What is up, Space Pirates? This is your Admiral, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster. And you know, ever since last week's cinematic trailer for The Witcher 4 dropped, I have been extremely skeptical that this game will be any good, but a lot of people got pissed off that I would dare to challenge their Lord and Savior, CD Projekt Red.
Nobody talks to me that way! Nobody! Nobody!
Now, personally, I didn't care for the face design of Ciri in the game, as I've said many times, and I have a shit ton of questions about how Ciri ever even became a Witcher, both from a lore perspective and from a story perspective. And I'm very concerned that CDPR has been going down the path of embracing all the big corporate buzzwords, most notably DEI. It makes me think there is a strong chance that this game will end up being woke shit. But like I said, some people lashed out and said that any of us who didn't automatically crown this game the greatest thing ever were horrible people.
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next product.
And now I'll say this. There's a chance yet that all of my questions about how Ciri became a Witcher will be answered to my satisfaction, and there's a chance that the design of her in this trailer will be fixed. But assuming that these corporations are making woke corporate slop is a pretty safe bet. And now my skepticism for this game has grown even deeper because we are now learning who the lore master for the game is. A former game journalist who despises gamers with every fiber of his being.
I hate you! Right back at you, bitch.
This is Keon Marr, the franchise and lore designer for CD Projekt Red. And as I'm going to show you guys in a few minutes here, he despises gamers, delights in seeing things that we love being ruined. And he is possibly the worst possible pick someone could make for lore master of a beloved franchise like this. He seems to put his politics ahead of his job all the way. It seems very prudent to be concerned about The Witcher 4 after seeing all the stuff that I'm going to show you, because it wouldn't shock me if they're just trying to bait us into buying the usual corporate woke crap that we've been inundated with these past few years.
Open your mind.
No. Mm-mm.
Open your mind.
No.
Open your mind.
No. Hell no. No. I refuse. No.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and also, don't forget to follow me over on Twitter or X, or whatever you want to refer to it as these days. I keep a list on there of games lousy with wokeness pinned to the account at all times for your reference. My handle over there is Dr. Disaster 1. But anyhow, let's talk about this guy, Keon Marr, who is the franchise and lore designer over at CD Projekt Red. But before I do, I want to give a big shout out to the YouTube channel The Reviewer Wild Take, who did all the research that you're going to see in this video here. All the screenshots of all these ridiculous tweets were discovered by this guy. I have a link to his original video in the description below if you want to check it out. But alright, there's a lot to show you here. This dude, as I said, started out as a game journalist. So keep that in mind as we look at all the weird, stupid shit that this guy spouts on about. These people despise gamers. They think they're above us. It's practically coded into them at this stage. But let me show you, through this guy's own words, what a jackass he is. Here is the first of many of his social media posts. here he is saying, annoys me when people say Netflix's Witcher writers don't respect the lore. Have they made sweeping changes? Yes. Some of them have been questionable, others have been outright bad. But it is crystal clear that they love and respect Sapkowski's books. That is a lazy criticism. Based on what, you jackass? Because here's the thing, you admit they made a shitload of changes, and a lot of them were bad, but how is it clear that they love and respect the books? Other than in your own mind, what have they, the writers, done to show us this? Because in reality, if you love something, you don't go out of your way to change all kinds of shit about it. The Lord of the Rings movies are so beloved because they went out of their way to make sure they changed as little as possible from the books in those movies. But this right here isn't exactly the attitude that you want to see from someone who is now the lore master of this same franchise. Remember this in the future when this dude and his buddies at CDPR tell us how much they love and respect the books, that they also think the writers for the Netflix show did the same. But let's look at some more of what this guy had to say. He wrote, I will start a new Witcher school that will be welcoming to absolutely everyone who isn't a far-right bigot. Yup, he's one of those people. And then he posted this, directed at gamers, saying, I am once again asking for you to stop being toxic little weirdos. That is what these people think of you. Never forget it. But there's tons more. I will never understand why capital G gamers are pathological conspiracy theorists when it comes to reviewing video games. Critics play them and then write about them. It's not that deep, and if you think it is, you need to detox from the internet for 10 years. Well, my dude, maybe it's because the pay-to-play scheme where the access media is literally given access, early and exclusive access to these games at AAA studios in exchange for favorable reviews. It's the only way to explain the massive discrepancy between reviewer scores versus gamer scores on things like Dragon Age the Veilguard. The only other explanation that I could possibly think of, I suppose, is that game journalists are simply that bad at deciding what is and is not good. But in any event, let's keep reading. Here he wrote, if you aren't following The Gamer, which was the site that he wrote for a couple years ago. But anyways, if you aren't following it yet, please do. We have a lot of cool shit in the works. And then this other person wrote, I followed it, but I hope this won't create the impression that I'm some sort of gamer. And then this jackass wrote, don't worry, we are the true gamers. And then here, you can see he was one of those dipshits who wanted desperately to see Hogwarts Legacy fail. He said, the thing that will never cease to amaze me about people who tirelessly defend Harry Potter is that they'll say, but you used to like it. You just don't like it anymore because you disagree with J.K. Rowling's brazen transphobia. And it's like, yes, why would I need any other reason? I wonder how it made him feel to see that game absolutely smash the hell out of the market when it came out. But the dude is also a big Elon Musk hater, because of course he is. He wrote here, I suppose I should say thank you to Elon Musk for accidentally encouraging me to never use Twitter again. The more he tries to improve the hell site, the more I am able to recognize it as actual hell. Aw, poor little fella can't stand it that other people these days who might disagree with him can't just be booted off the platform. And here he is saying that Angrboda was the best character in God of War Ragnarok because he just can't help himself. He has to love all of the hollow virtue signaling because that has become his purpose in life. And here he wrote, unfriendly reminder that anyone who responds to calls for diversity with, how is this fair, hiring should be based on skill, usually has no skill whatsoever. If you claim you can't get a job because you're straight and white, you can't get a job because you're shite. The dude's bias is absolutely showing through here though. People who disagree with me have no skill whatsoever is a lazy dismissal of someone else's disagreements. but it's par for the course for someone like this who gets all his ideas from the corporations who have told him what to think. And here he's talking about God of War Ragnarok again, defending Angrboda being black. He says, "This is the worst kind of stupidity. Vikings, the people who created Norse mythology, were multicultural and had settlements spanning from Ireland to Spain to the Middle East. There are Persian poems about Vikings. The idea of the white Viking is literal 1930s German propaganda."
You were literally too stupid to insult.
And here he says, "I spoke to quite a few ex-BioWare devs about Mass Effect and learned a lot of little-known information about the series, including the fact that Jack was originally supposed to be pansexual, but executives were afraid of backlash from Fox News." And this one is really funny in light of the direction that the industry has turned in the past year or so, with all the woke, progressive shit getting absolutely destroyed. But he said, "Delighted to see The Last of Us 2 has sold 4 million copies in a week. I think this is pretty much unequivocal proof that the anti-SJW review bombers exist exclusively in their own little alt-right bubble and have remarkably little influence on the industry." Well, gamers had little influence when the whole of social media and gaming media was shouting us down, but I tell you what, Twitter being purchased by Elon really was the bursting of the dam. Being able to coordinate and communicate with each other has really proven useful. No wonder they hate Elon so much. But anyway, here he wrote, "If you're an adult who loses their mind at the concept of pronouns, which everyone, everywhere, throughout all of history has used every single day, there is something wrong with you." And I just love how disingenuous these idiots are. Pronouns, yes, are used as a placeholder for people's names, a function of language that's being co-opted by people who want to impose their fantasies on everyone else. So whatever, you get the picture. This guy hates gamers with a passion, and he is somebody who never saw a corporate promoted progressive cause that he disagreed with. This is who he is in his bones, and this is who CDPR has in charge of the lore for this game, for Witcher 4. Doesn't that make you feel all warm and fuzzy now that we start to revisit those questions that we have about Ciri and how she became a Witcher? I don't know about you, but this doesn't make me very confident that they won't screw this up and that it won't be a problem. But I'm going to leave it there. Drop your thoughts on this bozo into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.